Good afternoon. It's exciting to get back into game week after a week off. Our guys are kind of cranking. We've been trying to lead toward this point ever since summer practice, so we're excited to get back out in the field. Questions?
What are your thoughts on Bowling Green's new quarterback, Knapke, in terms of what kind of problems he presents or what challenges?
Well, I think that what Bowling Green does, it's a system, and it's very similar to what you'll see down at Baylor, and it's a fast pace, tempo, multiple formations, and try to get you to not line up and go at a fast pace. And I think it's a system. RG3 was very effective with it at Baylor, and he went out one year, and a new quarterback came in and set records as well. So I think it's a system, and the Knapke kids stepped in and did a good job against VMI on Saturday. So I don't think it changes. They were pretty generic and vanilla as far as what they had to throw and have him handle that first game. So, we're still preparing for the same plan that they would have if Johnson was in.
Not that you're going to reveal your secret strategy, but when you go against a young quarterback, is the tendency to pressure him more, to try to confuse him?
Well, I think that we got to pick our spots. They're very talented at the skill positions, and we got to pick our spots very, very much like we did against Indiana State. We picked our spots, and Bobby Richardson, Nick Mangieri created some pressure in situations. So I think it'll be important for us to, be able for him to realize that we can come after him.
I think Indiana's offense in the past, the up-tempo that they ran, last year and the year before, has some of those experienced guys a little more prepared to deal with?
I would think so. It's hard to simulate it anywhere with scout teams, just because you don't have the depth, and oftentimes you're looking at cards on defense, so it's hard to get play after play after play. So being able to go against our guys throughout preseason certainly, I think, has helped.
You talked earlier, last couple of weeks, about this defense getting some confidence early on. Did Indiana State do anything to maybe boost the confidence with some of the guys on defense?
Well, I think from a productivity standpoint, as far as there were certain times in that game where not necessarily a sudden change, but when we were backed up, we were able to hold them backed up. There were some times as far as just getting off the field. I think that we take pride in money down, third down, being able to get off the field. We were very successful against Indiana State, and hopefully we continue to keep that up. It's one of our keys of emphasis, and be able to get our offense to the ball is very, very important.
You haven't been here that long with Mark Murphy. He's obviously a very bright guy, academic All-American. I mean, how does his intellect manifest itself on the field, or is there any correlation at all?
Well, I think with Mark, he's got a lot of snaps under his belt for the last few years, and I think what he provides back there, especially for some of the young guys, the Tony Fields, the Keontae Waltons, even Antonio Allen, the guys that haven't played a lot, he's a guy that has a lot of experience, and we count on Murph helping them, as far as get lined up, communication, especially this week. Things are going to be going real, real fast, so, it's nice to have Murph back there to be able to, communicate, and if somebody does get misaligned, point it out.
I was going to ask you about pass rush, and a colleague of mine just noted that with what pressure you guys got, you didn't force a holding call the whole game. A couple of Bobby sacks came late. Are you happy with the pressure you're able to generate? Do you want to do more? Do you want to show more this week?
Well, I think with our, for as many times as we have the ability to drop 8. We have the ability to bring 4, 5, and even 6 at times. And so for the times we brought 5 and were able to create pressure and throw errant, have them throw errant passes, the quarterbacks, when they saw us coming against Indiana State, got rid of it pretty quick. And so we were able to get off the field at a couple of key times when we brought pressure and forced a quick throw. So I think for the amount of times we brought that pressure, we were fairly happy with the results as far as being able to get off the field. So maybe not necessarily sacks, but being able to get off the field as many times on third down, I think our pressure was successful in that regard.
You guys good? All right.
Okay, thanks, guys. Okay.